everyone, welcome back to my channel. This week I am planning with this Miss and Meow kit pumpkin patch in gold foil or light gold. It's definitely very fall. It's feeling very October with the oranges and kind of a light brown, I would say. Yeah, like a tan. I also really love the washi here with the pumpkins and the leaves. Again, feeling super fall, so let's get into it. I feel as though it has been a while since I've done a plan with me, and the reason for that has been I've been super busy with work. I am currently on vacation, but in the lead up to vacation, I was busy getting everything kind of done and ready so that I didn't have to worry about anything while I was away. So it's been, yeah, a busy few weeks, but I have been filming and preparing content for you all. So I am super excited to get back into regular posting of Plan With Me's. Also, if you've been following my Instagram, Planned with Ash, you'll see that I am testing out kind of planning with inserts, and I'm really loving it. So, I have been a coil girl for forever. Like, I started my planning journey in a coil planner, and I've dabbled a little bit in functional planning in binders. So you might have seen my A5 wide that I use sometimes for functional planning. I've also gone back to coil for functional planning with my Moxie Life. So yeah, it's really been coil pretty consistently. So on a whim, with the Sadie stickers, I think it was 5-year anniversary sale a little while back, I decided to order some inserts and just to try them out. And so I did a couple of test runs on the inserts, and I love them. To me, it feels a lot easier to plan when I can maneuver the page more. I can, with the inserts, I can turn the page around, I can take a look at it from a lot of different angles, and I can also do kind of fun things with the margins, which I haven't tried yet, but that's really hard to do on a coil. Yeah, I just feel like it's a little more mobile in terms of planning, and it's allowed me to just get back into my creative juices with planning, which I, occasionally, I don't know if anyone else feels this way who also does YouTube, but sometimes it feels there's a lot of pressure when you're on camera, and it can be a little bit difficult to feel like you have the room and space to do a lot of interesting things. I mean, one thing that I kind of notice about myself is that so I do all my Plan With Me's in a single take. So when I sit down to plan, it's it usually takes an hour and a half to just sit down and film one video, but I don't go away and come back. I use my phone to film, so I think that's definitely part of the reason. I've seen other planner YouTubers that have a legit camera that they can turn on and off, which I'm wow, maybe I should get that so that I don't feel so tethered to having to sit down and do it all in one go. Yeah, so I feel a lot of pressure to get stuff done and finish it again in one go, because if I have to pick my phone up or if I have to stop and start again, I'm worried that it'll be, the video will feel off, or there'll be some jump cuts or something like that. So yeah, I think that often limits my creativity, but so I was feeling, I guess, a little bit kind of pressured and feeling less creative. And so having kind of a new planner format has really helped, I think, with bringing in some more kind of creativity. So yeah, if you're interested in the beginning of my insert journey, definitely check out my Instagram. One thing I am working on right now that I'm having a little bit of a hard time with is finding a binder. So I've been looking into binders for A5 wides, and the most common one that I have found, A5 wides is the size of this insert, the most commonly used one that I found is Aura Estelle. However, as a new insert planner, it's really hard for me to justify the price on that. And so the planners that I've seen, the binders that I've seen from Aura Estelle, Like the non-oops ones are 89 bucks. And when I go to checkout and shipping to California and all of that, it's almost $100. And they have oops ones where there's like minor defects, etc., but they're priced, I think, at like $74 or $75. And even still with the shipping and all of that and taxes, like you're still looking at 80 or 90 bucks. So I'm like, without knowing that, like, I am a binder, I'm an insert person, like this is going to be my main planner, I'm hesitant to invest that much money in a binder without kind of being like, this is my planner for next year. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm leaning very heavily towards like switching over to a binder just because I've been loving it so much, but I haven't like quite made that decision that like, yes, I'm doing this. So I've been looking for binders that can just tide me over until I like finally make the jump. And I've been looking, so the tricky thing is like getting the measurements for an A5 wide, which I've looked up the measurements of these inserts. They're similar to the ones that Any Plans makes. So I've been able to find the dimensions with some ease, but it's finding a binder that isn't too big and isn't too small. So my A5 binder that I've shown in other videos is too small. The inserts like stick out of the end. And I like went kind of hunting for binders that match the dimensions, and they're all a little bit too tall. They've got the right length, but they're too tall in that, so that like my inserts only clip into 2 out of the 3 rings. And I'm beginning to in the course of this like journey of trying to find a binder, I'm like, I see why Aura Estelle has a big corner on this market, because this is a pain in the rear to try to find a binder that fits. I've also been looking at destashes to see if anyone's destashing an Aura Estelle that I can buy at a cheaper price, but some of the destashes I found are basically charging the same, and I'm like, well, if I'm going to get this used, I'd rather pay like a discounted price than pay very close to the new price. Otherwise, I could just order it new. So yeah, it's been difficult to try to find like a binder that will fit, but I found one that I think might fit on Amazon. I'm waiting for it to come, and then I'll be able to show off the inserts properly, because otherwise I'm just like showing them off on the table, which doesn't feel quite as nice as like having a binder to put them in. So yeah, so that's my kind of recent planner shift. And a lot of people are thinking about their planner lineup for 2023. I'm also thinking about that too. So I've struggled this year to use the Moxie Life Daily, which I bought 2 of the quarterly dailies, and it's been a real challenge to like for me to keep up in the daily, just because the book feels really thick, and like the paper's really good, don't get me wrong, but it's just like if I don't write in every day for the week, I feel like I'm wasting the pages. And so there were definitely some weeks where like I wrote in what I knew of what my week was going to be on Monday and Tuesday or something like that, and then just like didn't use the rest of the week, and I feel like it was wasted. So I was looking for something a little slimmer. I tried out Hemlock and Oak, which again, really great paper, but the grid kind of threw me way off. I feel like I need columns. Because like trying to do the grid planners, which I've seen a ton of really, really pretty planner spreads in the Hemlock and Oak planners, I just feel like I can't, somehow I just like couldn't make it work. Like I'm really struggling with not only the grid format, but like where to put my boxes, because the boxes are just a hairbreadth smaller than like what the full box size is in a lot of sticker kits. So it's like I'm either going pen only, or like trying to put the boxes across columns, and like there's people who do that really well, like Ice Cream Joe. Her Hemlock and Oak spreads are like complete fire, but I just don't have the talent in that space. I mean, I wouldn't consider myself a talented like planner person, period, but like I really can't do that. So there goes Hemlock and Oak. So I guess I'm trying to figure out now whether I need a weekly or a daily, and in needing a weekly or a daily, how I can get a thinner daily that feels more manageable. If Moxie Life made some books, like notebooks, so they have their companion notebooks that are weekly, but if they made those in like a full size and made them daily, that could be an option. I also think if there was like a softbound version of the Moxie Life daily, that would be better. I don't know. Softbound just feels thinner to me. I'm really moving away from coil, is what I'm learning about myself in the course of this conversation. Like, I'm like feeling very done with coils. So, yeah, we'll see. In other news, so yeah, I said I'm on vacation right now. And I have, like, I planned, to just kind of relax, to stay at home, to make it very chill. And I'm feeling a little restless. I completely disconnected from work. So all of my work stuff came off my phone. For the first few days, I actually kept my laptop in my boyfriend's office so that, well, I told him to keep it there so that I wouldn't be tempted to look at it or check any work stuff. And so I just was like, I'm completely disconnecting. Now, I thought this would like completely kind of stop the work thoughts, but I find myself occasionally being like, I wonder what's going on at work. I don't check, but I do think about it. And so, I've been doing a lot of planning. I've been doing my nails. I'm wearing this like nail polish that I love from ILNP, aka I Love Nail Polish. They had a harvest collection and a sunset collection that came out. So on my index finger and middle finger, I'm wearing amber, which is their first magnetic polish from ILNP. And then on my ring and pinky, I'm wearing pumpkin patch from their harvest collection, which I thought would go really well with this kit, seeing that it's called pumpkin patch. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of nail stuff. I've been doing a lot of planning stuff. I'm reading this book now called The Righteous Mind by Jonathan Haidt. It's about how people develop morality and how they apply that morality to politics and religion. It's really fascinating stuff. But there are still times of day where I'm like, I'm really bored, And I'll be sitting with my boyfriend and I'm like, I'm really bored right now. And he's like, you said that yesterday. And I'm like, okay, what should we do? And we go for a walk and we'll come back from the walk and we'll watch a movie. And I'm like, I'm still bored. I don't know. I'm sort of wondering if I need like the kind of rigorous stimulation that like work provides, or if I need, to do a project or something. I don't know. I specifically avoided projects and like really intensive work because I'm like, you're on vacation, you should relax. But after the first like 4 days of just doing whatever I want and keeping up exercise routine, I was still going to the gym and all of that stuff. Like I am like, I'm bored. I've watched all the movies I want to watch. I'm reading, but like I read probably 60 to 80 pages a day and I'm good, on that. So yeah, it's weird. I told myself just, give myself some grace, know that since I've been going really hard at work, that it is going to feel a little bit weird and off to be doing stuff slowly. And so, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, I've just been like, I need to do stuff. I clean my house. Everything's clean top to bottom. It's like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do next? We did plan, to visit family. So this upcoming week, I'll be visiting some family, which is going to be really fun. And yeah, I will see how it goes. So yeah, that's what's going on with me right now. And it's funny because I feel like as a kid, the same kind of thing happened where, as soon as I got off school for a break or anything, I get sick. I would get a cold. I would get like some kind of stomach bug. As soon as I had any kind of time off, like spring break from school or anything, I would just get ill and be like, have to stay in bed. And yeah, I was just like, I just don't do well when I have to relax. But I am making a concerted effort to do it. So I am doing it. Yeah, what else is going on? I've been shopping a ton of sales this weekend. So this weekend is a couple of sales. It's the Planner Collective sale, the Ultimate Planner sale. Also, a couple people like Dash of Sun Designs and stuff have sales. Christmas kits are what I'm seeing right now on the market. And so I picked up a few Christmas kits. So I'm still trying to figure out this year whether I should do attempt number 3 at the 12 kits of Christmas. I try every year And every year I get a little bit closer, but I fail. So every year since 2020, so for the last 2 years. And the truth is, it's really hard to do 12 spreads, period, in like the course of, a month. And it's also really hard to like do those spreads well into January if you want to go past a month. Because the challenge with me is that I feel like I'm still rehashing Christmas in mid-July. If I do like a regular spread and a memory spread, that's still 6 weeks. I probably could do with a bit more planning, but around around the 12 Kids of Christmas. But because I for sure have 12 Christmas, themed kits. It's just I'm like, am I going to do 12 videos? 1. 2, if I do 12 spreads, let's say I film half of them, that's still 6 videos. And on top of this, I have winter kits that I want to get into that aren't Christmas kits that I won't be able to, start working on them if I do 12 Kits of Christmas until mid-January. And that doesn't leave enough time between January and like March is when I usually start spring kits, mid-March, to get all my winter spreads and kits in. So yeah, I reckon I might not do it this year or try to even say that I'm going to. I think December is probably going to be very Christmas themed the entirety of December because there are like at least 3 or 4 Christmas kits that I definitely want to use. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to do 12 Kits of Christmas this year. It has been a struggle every single year. And every year I just quietly go away and I'm like, that didn't work again. So I'm just not going to bother, I think. But there will be a lot of Christmas themed stuff in my planner and on my feed because I have a ton of Christmas kits I think are super cute that I can't wait to use. So excited for that. And I'm just excited that it's fall, that it's cool. I have been, I'm doing Plan with Lakin's like last 100 days of the year challenge. And my thing that I picked was getting 30 minutes of exercise every day. Now, if y'all look closely at my planner, you can see that I, exercise quite a bit. I have a trainer that I work out with 3 times a week, but sometimes in between those, like, dedicated workout hours, I can be really lazy. So like on the off days, I'm like, I'm not doing a thing. But I'm going to try to make a concerted effort to get at least 30 minutes of exercise. And that could be anything, whether it's riding the Peloton, whether it is going on walks, which I love to do with my boyfriend or even by myself. So I've been working on that, and I think it's going pretty well, actually. I've missed a few days. So I think I've missed 3 days total since it started, which was on the 23rd of September, I believe. But so far, I think it's going pretty well. I mean, I have been trying to stick with it. And so I will go for walks in the evening and listen to podcasts, and it's really relaxing because it's cool outside. The only trouble is like trying to figure out, okay, I need to stop leaving for walks at around 7 o'clock because the sun is starting to go down and start leaving a lot earlier, which means I probably need to start adjusting my work schedule to finish earlier so that I have some downtime before I go on my walk. But yeah, I mean, just walking outside on a crisp, cool evening, I mean, there's nothing like it. It's just the best feeling, I think. That's just my jam, I guess. I'm so happy it's fall. My family lives on the East Coast and in parts of the Midwest. And so, on this family trip, it's definitely going to be cold. It's not going to be cool. Like California is cool in the evening, 50, low 60s, actually more like high 50s. But these places are cold. We're talking like 30, 40. And maybe that doesn't sound cold. I've definitely become acclimatized to California because that sounds real cold to me. But being that I grew up in New York, it definitely got way colder than that. So yeah, I've grown soft with the cold. But in this family visit, it's going to be very cold, and I'm going to have to bring out all my cold weather gear that is in a suitcase just for when I visit to wear it. So yeah, but again, cold weather is my jam. I love it. I'm excited. And I am excited to see my family next week. So yeah, we're coming to the end of this spread. Hope you all enjoyed it, and hope you all enjoyed me catching up back on some Plan with Me's. So I will see you next time. Thanks for watching, and have a great weekend. Bye!